The Ghost of Prosperity, Part 2, The Velocity Trap. There's a part of prosperity that most people never talk about. Not the money, not the opportunity, not even the pressure. It's the speed. Prosperity doesn't just give you more options, it makes life move faster. It accelerates you. Suddenly, the world that once felt small and predictable begins to rush forward, like you stepped onto a moving walkway you didn't know was running. And this is where many people get caught, not by the success itself, but the velocity that follows it. This is what I call the velocity trap. It's the moment life starts moving at a pace you aren't prepared for, a pace you didn't train for, a pace your instincts don't recognize. You don't have to be wealthy to experience it. It happens any time your world expands suddenly. A new job, a new relationship, a new responsibility, a sudden break, a sudden opportunity. You get lifted, but you get lifted quickly, and everything that moves too fast creates drag. You feel it in your chest as a quiet pressure, a sense that you're on a bike going downhill a little faster than you intended. Not out of control, but close enough that you started to worry about what happens if you hit a bump. That feeling, that tension is the velocity trap. It's not danger, it's not failure. It's simply the gap between the new speed of your life and the old speed of your habits. In part 1, we talked about the ghost of prosperity, the silent presence that follows sudden success. But the ghost doesn't follow you randomly, it follows the velocity. Because prosperity doesn't just bring gain, it brings acceleration. Your choices appear faster, your consequences arrive quicker. Your world expands before you fully adjust. And somewhere between the expansion and the adjustment, people lose their balance. Think of someone who suddenly gets money after years of not having any. Their world speeds up overnight. More access, more freedom, more danger, more ways to stretch themselves thin without realizing they're stretching at all. It's not the prosperity that takes them out, it's the speed they were trained for. The velocity trap is subtle, it whispers instead of shouting. It starts as excitement, things are finally happening, and then without warning, excitement becomes momentum. And momentum becomes acceleration, and acceleration becomes an obligation to keep up. Even if you don't know how, this is why people feel overwhelmed right after a big breakthrough. It's why new responsibilities feel heavier than they should. It's why success sometimes feels like pressure instead of joy. You're not failing, you're moving faster than you've learned to move, and nobody teaches us how to navigate sudden velocity. We learn slowly, we adapt gradually, but velocity doesn't wait. It pulls you forward, and suddenly your emotions are sprinting behind your circumstances trying to keep up. Some people run faster, some people tighten up, some people freeze under the pressure. But almost everyone feels it. The velocity trap isn't about fear, it's about scale. When your life expands, your instincts need time to expand with it, but velocity gives you no time. That's the trap. And the ghost from part 1, the ghost of prosperity, that quiet presence that follows sudden gains, that ghost appears because it senses what you haven't noticed yet. Your life is accelerating faster than your understanding. The ghost doesn't want to scare you, it wants you to slow down internally. Even as life speeds up externally, it wants you to grow at the rate your world demands without losing your footing. But people ignore the ghost, they ignore the whispers, they chase the speed because the speed feels good, until it doesn't. The velocity trap shows up anytime the outside of your life grows faster than the inside of your life. Faster than your maturity, faster than your boundaries, faster than your experience, faster than your emotional stability, faster than your ability to see ahead. And this is where people stumble, not because they're unworthy of success, but because they were never taught how to ride velocity. Sudden wealth, sudden fame, sudden freedom, sudden attention, sudden loss, sudden opportunity. Everything sudden has velocity, and everything with velocity requires skill. But nobody teaches the skill. We only teach ambition. We teach wanting more, but not what to do when more arrives all at once. The velocity trap is not the enemy, is the simple truth. If life speeds up, you must learn how to move with it. If you try to keep your old habits in a new world, you'll feel unsteady. If you try to react slowly in a fast environment, you'll feel overwhelmed. If you try to control everything when everything is in motion, you will feel like you're losing control even when you aren't. But if you adjust your pace, slow your mind, breathe through each decision, expand your awareness just a little more each day, the velocity becomes something you can ride instead of something that carries you away. The velocity trap isn't here to ruin you, it's here to teach you. To teach you that prosperity is more than gain. It is adaptation. It is acceleration. It is learning to live in a wider world without losing your inner balance. Part 1 showed us the ghost, the quiet shadow of success. Part 2 shows us the mechanism behind the ghost, the force that pulls life forward faster than you expect. And Part 3, whenever you choose to make it, prosperity is not just about rising, it is about rising at a pace your heart can handle. If life speeds up, slow your breath, slow your thoughts, let your instincts catch up to your new world. Move with awareness, move with balance, move at the speed your life is asking you to become. Because velocity isn't the danger, unpreparedness is. But once you understand the trap, you're no longer in it.